guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm so excited. I'm going to be doing a farmhouse DIY that may also fit in with French country. So let me show you what you'll need in case you want to make this project. I think it's going to be really cute. Okay, you need one of these glass just vases, really. I got mine at Walmart. It was $12 and something. So you'll need some type of glass container, okay? And if you could get one a little bit smaller and kind of out, I think that would be best, okay? Then you're going to need one of these little stencils, and I'm going to use the Farm Fresh side of this stencil. I believe that I got this stencil at JoAnns. It was either JoAnns or Hobby Lobby, okay? I've had it for quite a while. But it is the home decor show-offs, and it was $2.99, and you get 2 stencils. I might have even picked it up at Michael's. I really need to start writing on the back where I get these. That way I can let you all know, okay? You're gonna need that. Then you're going to need some eggs, okay? Now I picked these they're in the Easter crafts at Hobby Lobby. They're $3.99. And you get 12 eggs in this. They're just the white kind of plastic. But Walmart also has them right here, and they are $1.98. So if you're closer to a Walmart or you want to save some money, you can definitely pick up Walmart's, okay? Then you're going to need some Excelsior from the Dollar Tree. This came from the Dollar Tree, and this is from Michael's, okay? Because I didn't quite have enough of this, and I was in Michael's a long time ago, so I went ahead and picked it up, okay? Then you're going to need some painter's tape, and then you're going to need some sandpaper, and I have the 220 very fine, okay? And then you're going to need an old toothbrush, and then I'm going to try this. I'm not quite sure this is going to work how I want, but if it does, it's going to be beautiful, okay? Then you need some Liquitex Professional Gloss Gel, and I picked this up at JoAnns, okay? And it doesn't have a price. I think it was like $9 or something, but you only use a little bit of this, and I think it'll last a long time. Okay, then I'm going to go back to my Waverly chalk paint that I always use. This one is in Cashew, and then I'm not sure which one of these. I'm either going to use the hazelnut or the truffle, and maybe a combination of all three, okay? Then you're going to need something to spread your Liquitex on with. So I think I'm going to use this like spatula, palette knife really, or you can use just a regular knife if you want, plastic knife, okay? Then you're going to need a foam brush and some foam daubers right there. And then I may use my well-loved brush. It's hard to tell, okay? I think that is all you will need for this project. So let me go ahead, get things opened up, put my foil down so I don't ruin my surface, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've already taken my stencil out, and I'm only going to use the Farm Fresh with the eggs. Now lay it down on your glass however you want it, and then I've just gone ahead and torn some painter's tape off because I want to hold it in place, okay? And just pull it sort of taut. And then put it on here so your stencil doesn't move. And hopefully that's straight, okay? And I think that it is, okay? And I washed my glass beforehand, okay? So now what we're going to do is shake up our Liquitex. Like I said, I'm not sure if this will work. I think that it will, but I am not positive at all. Okay. Then I'm going to use this really wide palette knife. And you can see it's really creamy, okay? And I'm just going to put this right on here, just kind of fill in my stencil with it so that it will stay raised up, I'm hoping. If not, I can always do something else. I like my things to look old anyway, as you all know, so if this doesn't turn out perfect, that won't bother me one bit. It will just add to the aged look. Okay, and I'm going to put it right around this edge. I hope you can see. Okay. All right, and then I'm just going to scrape off the excess. But be careful and don't scrape it out of my design. Okay. And this is what we have. Now what I'm going to do is try to carefully take this off and then dry this. We'll see what happens. Okay. I think it's going to be pretty. Okay, now we have this. I love it. So I'm going to try to hurry this process up just a little bit. And it kind of smeared on the bottom, but that doesn't bother me. I could clean that up right now if I wanted, but I don't think I want to. I want it to look old. So that's what we have. I'm going to go dry it with the hairdryer and clean my stencil off, and then I'll be right back. Okay, here it is. It's not completely dry, but I love the effect that it's giving. I took it in there and used a hairdryer set on low cool, and I kept it pretty far away, and it took about 10 to 15 minutes to get it to this point. So I'm going to let it dry a little bit, but you can see it turns very translucent when it is dry. There's parts of it that is already dry. Okay, I'm just going to set this over here for now and let it continue to dry. Okay, and I'm going to work on my eggs. All right. So this is going to be so much fun, all right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use either the Apple Barrel Light Mocha or the Apple Barrel Territorial Beige or my Coffee Latte from FolkArt that I love, or the Warm Buff from Apple Barrel that I love. So what I'm going to do is just paint these all over first, and then I'm going to take a toothbrush and fleck them so they'll look like really like organic eggs, brown eggs. So I think this is going to be so adorable. I'm so excited. This is turning out very well. I couldn't be more pleased, okay? Let's see, I think maybe I'll put them, I don't know, I may put some of them, this Coffee Latte, just paint that all over them. We'll see. It may be too dark and I might not like it, but we will see. Then get your little foam brush and just start painting your eggs. This is so fun. And you can have whatever color eggs that you want. You could even paint these for Easter eggs. Walmart does sell Easter eggs that are already painted, and I bought some of those like this. But the possibilities with these eggs are endless. You just have to let them dry. Okay, for time purposes, I know you know what I'm doing, so I'm going to continue painting my eggs with this Coffee Latte, and then when they're dry, I'll be right back. Okay, I used the hair dryer on it some more, and it's a lot drier, and when I touch this milky area, it's pretty hard. I don't think it's perfectly dry, but I'm going to go ahead and paint this. Now, if you wanted, you could leave your eggs white. That's an option too. I really like the brown ones. So I'm going to go ahead and try to finish this project. It is going to be so cute. Okay, so I'm going to take my Waverly chalk paint in the Cashew because I want it to look old, farmhouse, a little Tuscan, okay? So I think this is going to be really pretty. Now, like I said, I washed this. I know you're supposed to clean it with alcohol, but I did not clean mine, so let's see if it makes a difference, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and just start down through here and just paint this with the chalk paint with this little sponge brush, foam brush. And so far, it doesn't appear to be causing any problems. Okay, so let's go over top of our little creation here and see what that does. Oh, good. It's looking really pretty. I'll show you in just a minute. I want to get this all on here. Now, I would recommend that you let this dry. I just had some other things that I had to do, so I didn't have time to let it dry. I think it would definitely be better if it was dried. But this is what we're getting. It doesn't look like much yet, but it's going to be beautiful. So for time purposes, I'm going to go ahead and paint all the way around the outside of this with my chalk paint. Okay, this is what we have so far. It is really super wet, but I painted all around with the chalk paint, okay? Now what I'm going to do, this is a messy project. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just take my Dobber, get in here, put it on here, and I just want it to look a little better. So I'm going to go in, take my paint, and just daub it in all over like this to give it like I don't know, kind of like a mottled appearance. And to get rid of all those brush lines, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. I hope you can see this is super hard to show because it is so wet. Maybe this would be easier for both of us, okay? And you just go in here and just stamp it. I love the effect that it gives. And it gets rid of all those brush strokes because I really don't want to see the brush strokes. Okay, and you can see, well, I don't think you can see, but our little design is starting to stick out. So I'm going to go ahead and just continue to just do just like I'm doing right here all the way around. And you just want to get rid of the brush strokes and just sort of pounce on here really. And it gives it this really pretty finish that I really do like. But you have to have some paint on your brush, on your little sponge, okay? So I'll be back as soon as I get this done all the way around. Okay, here it is with that paint all around it. It is so pretty. I love it. We're not through with it yet. I'm going to go take a hair dryer to it, and you can see it almost gives an effect of an old churn when you do that. So I'll be back as soon as I can get this dry. Okay, here we are. It's pretty dry. Just took it in there to a hair dryer on warm high. I actually used high this time. There's still a few spots in the back that are not really good and dry, okay? So, but that's what it looks like. I love it, okay? So what we're going to do is, this is messy. All right, so what we're gonna do is I think I'm gonna open up this Truffle chalk paint, get my little Dobber here, and I don't know, I'm gonna see if I like this. If not, then I'll just stop. Put out a very small amount and really dab, dab, dab. I don't want a lot. And I'm gonna see if I would like this, like towards the bottom, to give it like an old look at the bottom in places. You know how you can buy items and they look so old at the bottom? That's what I'm going for, is this really kind of old, mottled, like it's aged, okay? And you just have to get the smallest amount and then just keep dabbing on your little plate, because you don't want it to come out all at once, because that would totally ruin the effect. And just get it to where you can see it. And maybe it's been held a lot right there, and maybe right in here. I just want it to look old in places. Okay, and that's what we're getting so far, and I really do like that. I think that's really pretty. And it might be a little old up here. Okay. Okay, and maybe I'll put a little place here in the back. Just like that, just in different places. Now what we're going to do is and you don't have to age it if you don't want. I just really like it like that. Now what we're going to do is get our sandpaper out. You really don't need much, and you have to be very light with this. And we are just going to come down through here in places. Because remember, we want this to look so old. And you can take it right over this where we put that Liquitex, and it just raises it, and it lets you just really but you want to let this brown paint dry. I didn't do it, but I think that is looking so old. I love it. I kind of wish I'd have put a little bit of that dark on that chicken. I think I would have really liked that. It almost looks like an old can that has been sitting around. See, this is what we're getting. I think that is so pretty. It just looks old. To me, I think I need dark somewhere else. Be like in here a little. And maybe like in through here. Just however you want it. But you have to let this dry, because if you don't, it's just gonna smear. But I think this is looking so old. If you would go in Hobby Lobby and see something like this, it would cost you a lot of money. Just this right here by itself. And just keep playing with it until you get it like you like it. Just so that it looks nice and old to you, or if you don't want it coming down like that, you don't have to. You could put some of this on the little chicken. I could get some of the dark. The thing is, you can always add to, but it's harder to take off. So don't put a lot on there at first until you see what you really want. Distressing it. You can do as much to it as you want. I think I'm going to quit for here for now, okay? And now I'm going to clean up, and then we're going to get the rest of this done. Okay, here it is. I absolutely love it. I went ahead and just took dark around and connected it on the bottom just like it was old and it had been setting somewhere for a long time. I put a little bit of brown on the front. You could go ahead and put more if you want. Now what we're going to do is you just need to get something to stick down in here to take up a lot of room, okay? Because we have some eggs, but I don't have that many, okay? Now we're going to get, you could put a flower arrangement in this if you wanted. You could make a lid if you wanted. Oh my gosh, what you could do with this. Okay, now we're just going to put our Excelsior on the top of this that I had from the Dollar Tree. I didn't even have to use the one at Michael's. Okay. And now we're going to get our eggs. And like I said, if you wanted, you could get a better toothbrush than what I had. And we're just going to put this in here and make it look like there's eggs that maybe that are for sale, whatever. I just think it's going to be so cute. And maybe I didn't need quite that much to put in here. All those bags. But this is so cute. It really looks like there's just a bunch of eggs in here that either are for sale or that you've gotten. Because I want to see Excelsior, okay? But it just looks like there's been some eggs that maybe you've gotten. Or in my world, I'm pretending that it's this French country little market, and I've walked in and they have eggs for sale way back, like they used to. Just keep playing with it until you get it like you want it. Okay, so here we have our Farmhouse French Country eggs and container. I think it is so pretty. It just looks so real, and that will look so pretty when I get my utility room shelves built. I'm going to set it out there and style it, but I haven't had a chance. My husband's been way too busy to build them. But here's what we have. I just think it looks so old and so pretty. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, bye guys.